No, we got that snow.
This is WeatherScope.
The snow winding down tonight for many of you in the Northeast, but it promises to be a messy morning commute still in some areas. Hi everyone, I'm Warren Madden.
And I'm Bob Stokes. Also, you're braced against the Santa Ana winds in parts of Southern California. But we'll begin this WeatherScope with the snow in the Northeast. It's been snowing heavily in some of the areas surrounding New York City. This is Chatham, New Jersey, which is a few miles west of Newark, New Jersey. You started seeing snow here late this morning, and it got heavier as the afternoon wore on. No major road problems here, but as always, be careful if you're out and about tonight, of course. But major snow problems, maybe not, but it looks like maybe some minor snow problems, wouldn't you say? I mean, the snow is coming down. Big snowflakes. We've seen something on the order of, I'm going to generalize, 2 to 4 inches in much of upstate New York and the eastern part of upstate New York and southern New England, turning to rain in New York City right now, light rain, and then out on the island, generally rainfall. But White Plains, you picked up a couple of inches, and as you got into Wayne County, New York, and western New York, and around Chautauqua and Cattaraugus counties, and even into Buffalo, we've seen 10 inches, 11 inches reported. But here's some numbers here as we take the official amounts thus far in Orchard Park, New York, in around Buffalo, 8 inches. As we travel to Bridgeport, Connecticut, you picked up 5 inches of snowfall. Cranston, Rhode Island, not to be sneezed at, 4 inches. Yonkers, New York, an inch, but north of there, another inch, about 2 inches in White Plains. There it is, the cyclonic flow losing some of its punch, but still producing snowfall across portions of the New York Thruway. But notice this dry air. A high-pressure area to the north of the low is keeping the snowfall from climbing too far to the north, so Boston generally got off pretty easy tonight. Rainfall still coming down. LaGuardia reporting some light rain. JFK, I believe, was simply cloudy skies officially, but looks like some light rain coming down now. But here's the greater New York City area. Brooklyn, looks like some parts of Brooklyn, of course, getting some light rain and out on the island. But as you head toward northern New Jersey and Newburgh and Poughkeepsie, some snowfall, a couple of inches common. There's the low. 6 inches common in some suburbs of Detroit, but that has tapered off considerably, and you can see the snowfall here. Still that cyclonic flow or counterclockwise flow, and tapering off quite a bit, but I wanted to show you because you know all the snow that you did get, and you can see what this present state of affairs is weather-wise there. 3 tornadoes, I believe. 3, maybe 2 officially, but 3 reported perhaps in the greater Jacksonville area that killed 3 horses indirectly because it influenced, it knocked down some power lines, which in turn electrocuted some horses. Tonight we have a and still some rain ahead of it, but this is not as strong, the converging winds. But tonight we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the next about 2 minutes till 12:35 Eastern for Putnam County because of this thunderstorm cell racing rapidly toward the northeast. And you can see it right there in Putnam County, so please be careful driving. And also around the Tampa area, some wet weather. It is 39 in Little Rock, 37 in Dallas, but notice 34 in Chicago, colder in Amarillo at 27. How about the west? Here's Warren Madden.
Thanks, Bob. You've had rather calm weather across much of the western half of the nation, but the Santa Ana winds kicking up across parts of Southern California. The reason why is a big, and it is a very big, high-pressure system right now straddling the border between Montana and Idaho, and the winds clockwise around the high in the northern hemisphere are getting rather strong here across the Front Range, Colorado, and then reaching down on into Southern California where high wind warnings are in effect in the passes. However, a little farther to the east, we are looking at a little light snow coming down in toward the Topeka area, also some snow in around Dodge City, and then farther to the south, we're seeing that light snow also around Oklahoma City, heading over in toward Amarillo, Texas. This is not because of the high, this is because of an upper level disturbance pushing through the region. Farther to the west, though, we have upsloping going on here in the I-25 corridor, coming up into the Colorado Rockies and down into New Mexico as well. And another problem here in around Denver, heading down toward Pueblo, is that the snow is being blown around by those very gusty winds. How gusty? Well, about this gusty. We're seeing gusts up over 30 miles an hour. Over the course of the evening, we've seen gusts close to 40 miles an hour through in around Denver, heading down toward Colorado Springs. Winds dying down a little bit now around California, but still, it is a breezy night. You might want to bring in your trash can lest you find it rolled down the street by morning. Right now, 59 in Los Angeles, a chilly 21 in Denver, and that's the actual air temperature. Throw in the effects of the wind, and it drops to a fairly frigid minus 10 degrees, so bundle up in the mile-high city here on this Wednesday night / Thursday morning. Let's find out now what's going on here. The waters of the Pacific, El Nino. We continue to look at how it affects the weather. Here is Bob Stokes.
We've got it right here, Warren. Thanks. Time now for tonight's El Nino focus. It is ocean and atmosphere working together that makes El Nino a force for climatic change. Jim Cantori explains.
In normal non-El Nino years, the surface of the Pacific Ocean along the coast of South America is cool, about 8 degrees cooler than the surface in the western Pacific. That's because of the trade winds. The prevailing trade winds in this part of the world are from east to west, and those winds push the ocean's surface along with them. That piles warm water up in the western Pacific. Sea level is about 1.5 feet higher near Indonesia than at Ecuador.